Okay, welcome back after the tea session. And now we will go for acceleration. So what is acceleration? We have seen what is speed when we walk, how fast we are walking. Now acceleration is rate at which the velocity changes. If I'm walking or I'm running, my velocity is changing. If I'm very slowly walking, it's different, right? So the rate at which the velocity changes with time, it can increase, the velocity can increase or the velocity can decrease. This is called acceleration. And again, I'm using the word rate. That means something divided by time. And in this case, that something is change in the velocity.
Socha Parsangela Yachin, George Tashideles, and it didn't also any Galaya, and you said on Joseko de Shijawa, Tandanga to Sabaching to change, the you know, color de Shijawa, then you know, Sena, Persegore Sena, getting a Anichi combat the Pevatayana, Jixel and becomes Jose Lion Kujro was this stability, Kavalaya, you know, secret. Then you know, Sena, that would say Sena, any. Nurse Jirandu Dressed de la Puyores, one Nurse Jirandu Dressed de la Puyores. Ta take up young Chetuge dresses at the honor dresses at the Inchilaya, red lash to or the Tongodoas take up Nurse Jirandu set the lay Neurosegures. Then Unante Laya and Thompson Laya, Unante and a prayer, Unante much higher is.
Okay, so how we denote acceleration is by denoting it by letter A, and it's given by change in velocity. That means change is delta V or dV or delta V over time.
And so you know, Sena, you know, the Chigari Sombachigo is an egg Sombachigo is. Then you know the Tsukana Jago Sena, the delta V dV to the assertion data V to the take Alana, Mutsek and Jirachi, all I had to go race.
So now this is change in velocity over time. What do you think? Is it a scalar quantity or a vector quantity?
Tangasu Juati in Sena dela. Any Mutsek in Jurati to go was. The dig comes to Tena de. Chomberong you would chomegi a new butcher those. Choton Borsen, you the major those.
Mike.
Chomberong you were any chomengi boresa.
Chomeres.
No, say.
So
they are saying it's a vector.
Yes, it's a vector quantity because velocity is a vector quantity here. So acceleration is a vector quantity. And now,
De Carlana Gasuga Choyog Nibores, that Chomber you Nibuchago, Karsila Bana, de Nunung, Nursek in Jurassaguru, and also in your city, and a castle you in Barwa, is Tambala Koya, and a Chomber which have your rest.
Now, would you say that the car moving in a curved path is, do we accelerate in a curved path or not?
Natsuge Lamka did a Lamka Goryu, Lamka, Tinda Chila, Lankochi Dogo Pina, Lankorti, any you not take your Yomares.
So there are few saying yes, few saying no.
Okay. Whoever is saying yes and whoever is saying no, why do they think it's no? So acceleration is change in velocity. In a curved path, what happens? Direction changes or not every time?
That's it. So Kashi Resig Kashi Maresig those Jinsen Karichinero ways, the Tananga Sudo Staba in Baina, any Lamka did a Gogo Lamka did a Rochi do Kapsa, any day Kapsa Kuge, then your church or attend your Drogan Maris. that yangche twa chi ba na ku ga khashola jura dugu maris
뉴스에다 가지고 교화도
yes
Yes.
the velocity
So
and direction changes.
direction changes. So that means velocity is changing and acceleration is change in velocity over time. So that means in a curved path, this car is accelerating.
That is tambalaya dig cups and a khashola jura dugu yorwa you said dig cups khashola dugu yetsa and then also you know send and you say jurati to go yorwa you say jurati ko you say jura dugu yorwa ko khashola jura dugu yetsa this tambalaya lamka chocho cups dugu cups and ko tandaga lamkorte girwa and lamkorte la you know take yores.
So when direction change does not change, let's say it's in a curved path, direction is not changing. So in this case, the car will accelerate if we are given that the speed changes because something has to change.
yang chansang ga zo khashon dugu me ba kan shila yang ko kuching dugu yorwa jirwaching dugu yorwa nyinon thela ya nyinon thela di kapsa yang ga su ge kasu ga ku nyurseti yor do china dikores.
Yeah, so this is how the formula is delta V over T, which I have written here. You will see sometimes we will use VI as initial, and sometimes we use V naught, which is S here. So you can use whatever you prefer.
Tan de nyunang gi ko ge nyamchi de chindu de chago res wa ani nyurche ge jirwa de ani so go gu yorwa nyurche ge jirwa ses nambala ya thami ge nyurche VF non V ani initial I set the initial and kore yana VO and initial the O songoro ti ge thanju de so go gu yores.
So now let's say the car starts moving with some velocity, and then the final velocity is higher than the initial velocity. In that case, will the object accelerate or decelerate?
nga su ge ngebu chi ru yo pe wan ta sho ngebu chi tampo ko ru stambala ko la ye ani nyurse chi yores ani tele thama ge nyurse te thome ge nyurse le ani jo yores cho yores te stambala ya de ge kaps ngebu te la ya nyunnon jong go de yang na nyur chi wa se go ra te nyur ne do chol do pro ne nyunnon jong go de nyur chi jong go do.
So VF, final velocity, is more higher than the initial. Is it accelerating or decelerating? So deceleration is negative acceleration. It's retardation. It's slowing down. So VF is, in that case, this car starts from, let's say, 30 meter per second, then it goes to 80 meter per second. It has increased, so it's accelerating. You know how you press the pedal on your accelerator in your car? Unless you press it, it won't move. When you press on the accelerator, it starts moving and you can increase the speed, right?
Netan tampo de kaps thamegi nyurse te thomegi nyurse le chewa yo ba imbana kete choro mota chi tang ba imbana mota te tang chi de te ta ane nga so numgi ta chi num tang sa te kampan sa te kana ba imbana ane ko jinjo kan rugor wa re mare thamagi te choyo to picha shana choro ge tampo go zu te kaps ane ko simchi chi ngu zu thamatila je chu do chi le go ba na ro chore la ya kilometers and kilometer jechen rojil hai pai bana de kapsa thami gi nyurche te thomi gi nyurche le chwa yo chang nukola ya nyurnon jong yo res.
So now let's do the opposite. The initial velocity was higher and the final velocity it comes to a stop, 0. In that case, the car is accelerating or decelerating.
Ta tanda netan yo te ta ba imbana ro ta thami gi ani karsu gre nyurse te thomi nyurse le chwa yo pa na yang na yang shenda chi la ya thami gi nyurse pe ke thami gi nyurse le ko imbana ya ki ta lang khor ti imbana guchu tang me pa imbana dige kapsa ane lang khor ti la ya nyurnon jong de nyur thin jong dos.
So what would you think? It's accelerating or decelerating?
Chitu kar sang dos.
Might not understand. Muti.
Yeah, decelerating.
Yes. The car is slowing down and it comes to a stop. So it's deaccelerating. Now, so now you know acceleration and deceleration. Acceleration is it's increasing speed. Deceleration or retardation is called it's slowing down. Now I give you, if v is the constant velocity, what will be the acceleration in that case?
That another capsium bana, Natsuga Nitan de capsimbana, who knew Tigores, Karsla Bina, Taranjares, she said, Jongan Sagaris in a Tamag in your city, Nila Korshakora, Kalechita Lugorwa, retardation system, Chita Lugo de la Langorwa, at it is. That Tinadochin Bana, Tanda Yansichisula Tragic Tree, yes, Roa, Katie is Roa, V, the V digging your set on Guyorwa. You set tempo in Bina. Get the weight in you set the tempo open and acceleration. You know what it is. That's what it is.
Lego.
Zero.
Yes. Why is it zero?
Lego courage in the race again.
The velocity like you mean.
Yeah, there's no change in velocity. That's
No
why.
speed change, no
Yes.
velocity change.
Yes, there is no change in the velocity. So acceleration is zero.
Did under the cups in your cellar draw your marwa and your cellar draw meza. Any tamatele acceleration like this.
Let's do a problem. So what is the time it took a plane to go from 200 meters per second to 100 meters per second? So a plane is going and then its speed was 200 meters per second and then it decreases its speed to 100 meters per second. And acceleration is also given. What is the time it will take to decrease that speed?
That is a tragic against Stradicare Sana, Namtrichi Namlaya Pruris, Namtrichi Pruyer, and equal Josecatures, Necrachari la Mitri Nirjet in the Duyoris. Then it Chita la do de Chita, Druade, Chita Chinchi Tamatela Casuchares, and Cachari and a Mitri Jachio Chioris. Dinda doji chayore, the Mese Namtriti, Yunonte Katsuresana, Motan Nishitambares, Motan Nishitamba, Kacharanjutana, Motan Nishtamba Dudua, this Tambalaya, that Nathan Dinda Woni, and they call Kugan, you said in Nijane Jalaya Mach Halaya, and it doing Katsungo Grace, 20 years.
So how we are going to solve it, you will do the math, but I'm going to explain you. In physics, first write whatever is given. What is given here? So what is given? There are two velocities. So two velocities are given. What should I write here? What is given? What is? Yeah.
So lang yun na mic kya nila da?
Final velocity and initial velocity.
Exactly. So what is the final velocity here? So final velocity is given and initial velocity is given, and final velocity is 100 meters per second, and initial velocity is
200 meters, 200.
So everyone is agreeing with this, or is it initial velocity should be 100 and final should be 200? What do you think?
Tanda dela ya nga tsuke thomegi nyutsete nijache thame nyutsete jares dela ya kilenchige yos yamana dele dowarwe tarang jigdos
Yes.
Perfect. So everyone agrees. Yes, I think by your yes, it means that VF should be 100 and VI should be 200.
Roaz chitsugote yes re lagdwa tanda yin baina nyuse thamati jata nyuse thomigi nyuse de nijar was.
Yeah, all are okay. Like all
Yeah, okay.
agrees.
Perfect. What else is given?
Na jenda kalitesha dosa. Yeah, acceleration.
What is the acceleration?
-20.
Is that right? -20?
Rindoes, tata rindoes. Yeah, this is deceleration.
Yes.
20.
So it's deaccelerating, going from 200 to 100. So acceleration is -20 in this case, right? Now, what do we have to find? These are the three things given. What is the time? Is it given?
Yeah.
Time is not given.
Yeah. And I think he calculated, he says 5 seconds. Yeah,
Yes.
ngasugarwa thamigi nyusete teyore thome nyusete teyore tigala nyunon teshadwa istambala ya ngasula guyati tisoka chorese ti chaguyor was tela ya tanda yela ya ngale dilagwa kacha.
So everyone is getting 5 seconds or someone getting 10 seconds?
Samala ngara soy karara sonsa.
Karas shazan chie. Machine kazi. Yes, many yet to do.
Many have to do. Okay, I will let them do it. I want everyone to give me the answer. Like each group needs to give me the answer if it is 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, they need time.
They need,
Also,
yes, I will give them time.
Yeah, also you need to reverse your numbers because final is 100.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. Thanks, Tava.
아니 저 되게 인스타 찌자로지 찌자지 단다 아니 고 니자니 잘라만 그런 뉴스티 차야라야 게티 뉴넌티 동만 유심바이나 타마델라야 아니 걸차 같이 친구도 가시게 응알렉데샤 yana churagde nishiragde ngaragde kariragde ani tsijarochi songs.
So I'm just waiting, like they can do their problem. Let each group give me the answer.
Yes. If you would like, you can give time. You can time how many minutes you want to give them to solve the question, like 1 minute.
I think then they will be just focusing on 5, 3, 2, 1 answer, right?
Yeah.
And I hope they won't take it the Indian Standard Time. So
yeah.
They will be finished in time. Oops.
Dixie. Group O is quite clear.
Okay, so everyone is getting 10.
Kara so se chetula chira sonesa.
Churanye dwellers. Chuleto chisla. Most of them got 5.
Ngozola de ngaraso. 5 second.
Okay.
Ngozola 5 second raso.
No so.
5
Who did
second.
not, which, okay, every group got 5 seconds.
Chamalaya Kershangara sonesa. Yeah, I think so. Pretty much everybody got high.
Okay, perfect. So 5 seconds is the right answer. If anyone has any question, if they're getting something else, please raise your hand now and let us know before I move.
Len do but the Kershangare and the Mamba Chenda Tindarai, you Pataya, de la Trodo, you by Bana, Lapaya Charachis.
No one? Okay. Everyone okay, I guess?
Yes, I think so.
Everybody's okay.
Perfect.
Tigena. Nga maragyo mea. Chiwa topo ikyo. Ya topo ikyo mea. Nga dikse.
Okay, let's move to the next slide. So now we will talk about freely falling bodies. What are these? Freely falling bodies are the objects which is under the influence of gravity, right? And we are, so there is no air resistance, nothing, just under the influence of gravity.
That so round home, round home being what you call a decision. Instead, the Garsagoresena, round homes and the Garsagoresena, you put your mal hoyati and a skulagi tension on la rosa, tension on la teni de the Nelongo Paganetache, tension mando shenda should take me by Netachoroa, Tenela Kulongo race.
So what I'm going to do is let's calculate the velocity at each second when let's say we have a guy here named Oscar. Oscar is dropping a ball from a cliff here and we want to, and there was a stopwatch. So every second I want to calculate the velocity.
That daily capsule, that mean the Ganalaya and the rich girl because the much Kalaya Oscar gave Puluchima Ubaris, Malhongachubaris, those and Malhongachubaris, the Malhombi capsa, Delaya, Nico, Nerelaya, Sudua, I think I saw the Kercher and Gordina, Nepolo de Markatsuchi Sagdu Sachua, or Tigi and Polo taking your Chekatsurich reduce this Jagians.
So how do we calculate? What do we need to calculate velocity here? What is given?
Oh,
I should share stop sharing this thing. Okay, so this is Oscar here and Oscar is dropping a ball. So every second we want to know the velocity after each second. So time is given.
That under the caps Oscar Pulutma Upana Asuka Kari Sijabore system Balaya, Krasha really go to Vijalaya, Rakacha really go with Caps and the Koga Poluti in Yutsakari, but it's Jaguar, Standard de la Natsu Tesha, but the Carido, Krashati Tesha to us.
And the other thing that is given, it's a freely falling body. And I mentioned it's under the influence of gravity. So here the acceleration is the acceleration due to gravity. And
Tada de Nitan de Kapsang as Genda Chikarangutu Sena, Tampote, Kachache, Shenda Asula Kari Desija Sena, and a Nubote, round honging Yubochi in Barwa, round honging Yubo system, but a Sukulagi Tenshu, and shooting Kunago, all I Hungo Panguchi Mutuchishire, Stin Stambalaya, Sukulagi, Tenshu shooting Chipu, all a Hungo Pina, Nangatsu, Yunantica race, and Nubotic in Yunantica race, and 요모되게 있는데 아니 스콜라기 텐슐라 템비 있는 지거로 아테레스.
So now we know that the value of G is 9.8 meter per second square, but for easy calculations, I'm just going to take it as 10 meter per second square.
단단되게 스콜라기 텐슐라 템비 있는데 가스레스는 고차제레스 이만한가서 답도 장가자 쓰자 답도 그체도 니 주인비 왔다 당기스.
So what formula are we going to use now?
다딘스탄발에 가서게 최대 가서게 뉴세츠자고 요로와 딘스탄발라야 테스트자라야 내가 가서게 냠스까지 배치 당기메스.
So T is given, A is given. We have to find the velocity at each second. What formula are we using here?
단단히 값은 가서라야 T 대샤도 와스. 아니 acceleration 때 유닛이 하고요로와 딘스탄발라야 그렇죠 리그 값은 뉴세 값을 맞지가라야 냠스까지 배치 당고레스.
So velocity over time. We know that A equals to V over T or delta V over T, right? And here, what will be the velocity? Let's say when the time is 0 second. What will be the velocity from here? If I do the math from this formula, what will be the velocity? A, V, and T. What is the velocity, the formula?
단단가 주게 드려 따바이나 스토아 아니 맞추고 뉴능기 진리색으로 뉴능 지역의 맹아테카레라는 뉴세티 추적고고요 와 시원한 뉴색은 지로한테 추적고고요 와스로 단단히 값은 가수기 뉴능티 하고 요래 추적때 당보티 가서 추적 그샤 레코로와 디 값은 아니 뉴색 가서 차그레스.
야 술래게 gel인다.
Oops, am I frozen?
Edo T gibi geto di sarbu.
Yeah.
You are frozen.
Acceleration into time.
Exactly. Acceleration into time, or I can say GT here, right? So V equals to GT. Let's calculate the velocity at 0 second. At 0 second, what is the value of G? I'm taking it as 10. And time is 0. So 0 meter per second. What will be the velocity at 1 second?
단단히 값은 가수게 니턴들에 따바이나 가수 velocity 가리라그레스나 acceleration 유닛이 추적이고요. 레스타 유닛이 단대 지로 GT 추적이고요. 레스타 게팅 가수 아니 다나 비지 땅바이바나 아니 추적 걸차 레코르 값을 가수레스나 아니 GT 타마로와 TT 레코르 차그로와 스탄바 레코르지나 아니 디로와 레코르 차그레스. 아니 되게 제라야 아니 센다 가서 그 걸차 시긴 비값을 가서 차사레스.
줄에 주자. 10 into 1 0.
저도 직전에 줄래 그래.
Yeah, 10 into 1 is equal to 10.
And what's the unit?
지시가 레사.
1 meter per square.
마이크 날라 마이크 날라.
미터 버스.
야 gel라 그룹 쉬워. 지시 그래.
지저 미터다
10 meter per second.
Okay, yes.
가르쳐니. 미터다 가르쳐니.
So does everyone agree with the units? Meter per
지금
second?
레사. 지시디 meter per second로 레사.
지시 고모스니 예외. 고모스는 야보르다. 라나 야보르. 근데 디니아 도시 그러.
Good.
Yes. Yeah.
It's clear, it
So,
seems.
so what will be at 2 second? Velocity will be?
Karchani kapsa nyuse kapsa resa.
I want each group to give me, like one group give me 2 second velocity at 2 second, one group can give me velocity at 3 seconds. So just calculate and let me know.
That dinse mando urwa. Karchani ji stambala nyuse kapsa re. Swim stamba kesha kapsa re. She stamba kesha kapsa re. Roko mando ge ne. Di mando la len chao chisa.
Ruga sumba ngawa chukpa inda. Sumba di 2 seconds che, ngawa di 3 seconds che, ani chukpa di 4 seconds kachite ndangazo. So I'm just assigning the groups, like, so
Okay,
I'm just picking
perfect.
the groups.
Yeah, that's good.
이번에 20
20. For 2 seconds, that's 20.
Perfect. And for 3 second group, what's the velocity?
3 seconds. 3 seconds. Did you hear that? They are saying 30.
Yes, it's 30 meter per second.
Unit
Is there a group with 4 second as well?
Yes.
Yeah, group trooper.
minutes.
40 minutes?
40 minutes per second.
40 meter per
meter or minutes?
4 meters. 40
Okay.
meters.
40 meter per second. Is there any other group left, Pasang?
Yeah, there are lots of groups. Like
Okay, give me until 6 seconds, that's all.
group geva in the law 5 seconds. Group geva. Then group thangbo in the 60 group thangbo in the
50 minutes per second.
50 meter.
Yeah, group thangbo.
And the last group, 6 seconds.
60 meter per second.
60 meter per second. So what do I see here now? When Oscar is dropping the ball, the velocity started with 0. And then what is happening? It's increasing.
And that Oscar puluti man kordusta saga chiga you because rawa saga chubi kapsa ane lekoni de tang ane ko kacha riri landu kapsa ane nyutsala ya jwa kar chig de shas jordu de kar chig de shas jordu de kar chig de shas.
So always remember, when it's a freely falling body and its ball is dropped or any object, the velocity starts increasing. It's accelerating, and at the top, it's 0 and then some velocity.
Ta tanda nga zo pulu chi ta ko rawang gane do strong chi pa imbana rawang yu kar chi imbana rawang gane thong chi pa imbana ane ko thomatla la ko che ane ko tene remshin ta ane ko la ka sure ane de la jwa do res joksela jwa do ane jinjo do ko na nyunon thap pi res.
So very important to know that top 0, at the bottom greater than 0 velocity, right? And then now let's do opposite. So far Oscar is just dropping a ball. How about Oscar throws a ball upwards? Then what happens?
Ta tanda de kapswa rawang ge ne ko kapsa katim bana ta gang ma ko rawang ma sa chi bi kapsa gang la ya la ko che ma wala le stambala ya kula ya ane ne ta shemba chi ta kula ya jokse chi chambu cha bi res ro ta tanda de mai ba che ne ga su shenda chi la ko la ba bana ta gi bana Oscar ko polo ti gang ma ko tu sa chi parwa ta tanda tinda mai ba che ke ti khuranga tampo polo ti ya yu pa na ne ne ta kana do cha sa res.
So now
Dimple, there is
Yeah.
one question.
Mhm.
There is a question.
Yeah,
that
sure.
somebody is raising.
Under 2 meter per second per kilometer. Karma karcha chikla lagore. Hamune ba dumne lagore. Harjade.
Yeah, the initial the velocity at 6 seconds is 60 meters per second, and you have mentioned that the velocity increases by over there. You can see like 60 meters per second increased. So his question is that increased in each step or just in the total from 0 to 6 seconds? What
So
is increased?
from 0 to 6, it will start increasing. Even I can tell you, let's calculate in 1.5 seconds. Then what you will do is apply the same formula. What you will get is V equals to GT. Here, G is 10 and T is 1.5. How much will that be?
We can't see the board.
Oh, they can't see the board, yes, because I'm not sharing for sure. Yes. Okay, so now this is 1.5. Let's say I want to calculate in the middle of 1 second and 2 seconds, because this is the question that it goes like throughout it increases. Yes. At 1.5 second, I just put in this number. What do I get here?
Chitsa ngai mi wa peche tang chana rwa tangi tandi tsija snaba nga suga karcha re tsija barwa tanda karcha chita sa ngai bi kapsin baina ane katsu chasa res thotong katsu re dos 15.
Yes. So this is 15 in the middle. So it is increasing. It is continuously increasing as we go. So now tell me one thing. Like, do they understand if it is increasing or?
Ko perga duarwa arwa ko karcha re ngor kapsa da karcha kange tana digdo ko ranjit ma hu kapsa ko ge nirse de perga yores te kutsu sa nirse perga yobate kutsu sa.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It will keep it like the main thing you need to understand is it started with 0. It was just standing and then it started increasing until it hits the ground. Now, what can you say about the distance?
Tarwa that is that de kapsa karsa gorese na chitsu ni gwe de tampo sa ga chibi kapsa le kuri ba chin serwa ane ko chinjo do chi ane ko thamate karsa gor ta sala sope kapsa jokse thumbu yo barwa there is that things tamala tandang asugi culture ri kapsa khola ya ane nirse kapsa ba tis jabarwa ane tanda chesula drachi kare chigi yese na culture ri kapsa gi kusugi diorwa karsa 장세 지어라 장세 장타 가수 진로샤 세때 장타 간로 진로에서리스 가셔리 값세.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now what happens is the ball is increasing the velocity. Its velocity is increased, right? So the distance, when the velocity, if I'm like really running, right, at a very high speed, my distance will increase. I can cover more distance. So the distance also starts increasing here.
Hata tanda de neton de kapsa ko ge nirse de la ya nirse jinjogan rogo ye pa de la ten de ta chingson se ani ko ge kacha ri kapsa ta chi ge chimbi ge jangta te ya jirang la rogo ris kashi la baina ne nga su karsu gore ta jishala be kapsa jokse te jinjoga ta ba na kacha chikna la ya ani jangta ma chi lut korwa.
So if you can see, this 1 point was here, right at 0 second or 1 second. And then here, you can see here how they have shown the distance starts increasing, like the gap from here to here increases and it keeps increasing. So distance also increases when we throw the ball down.
Tanda de kapsa ngatsu ko pulute kacha ri kapsa call he meti tang to warwa instambala ya ani ko mal hongol kacha ri na la chimbi ge jangtha te yo tanda ko part ko ge pulu ge paro ge chate yang che du do den stambala ya kacha re na la che pe gi jang ta te yang jiran du res.
So now, let's say Oscar is throwing the ball up. What will happen is the ball will go up, reaches some height, and then it will fall down.
Ta Oscar pulu chi ya if you want to tang bai na tang po pulu te ya igur wa ya you know je la ya chams la ya ane pulu te ta ku those de la le ne yang che mas igur was.
Right? So in this case, we have seen the example for going down, that velocity increases, distance increases. For the going up, it will be opposite. Velocity decreases and the distance also starts decreasing.
Ta tanda de kap sang asu gane ma kor chi sa chi pa ba na asu kari thong yo re se na ane ko university chin jo ndo ya che wa tin an shi ge jang tha te che du yo re swa ka cha re na chim bi de ta polo ya I pe kap se ti ge to so re swa ko go university chin chon do re ane ka cha re na chim bi ge jang tha te chin chon do re.
So in this case, if the velocity is decreasing, when the Oscar throws a ball up, it gives some force, right? So velocity is not zero at the bottom when he throws the ball to start with. There will be some initial velocity, and then it will go up, start slowing down, and then it becomes zero, as shown here.
Ta tanda de ka sim ba na asu ko polo chi ro ta Oscar ko polo te ya I pe kap se ne thoma ge university le ko maris ko ge te polo te ya I du ya ge che to thoma university ko na yu bu go yo wa otne ane ko chita do de te ne gang la ya te la le stamba la ya ne ko ge university ane de je le ko chag res.
Okay, so we will do this example how to calculate the velocity when the ball is thrown upwards, but not now. Maybe some like in the next slides. But let's do, because I need to explain you equations of motions before we start doing that.
Na ta tanda ge te tanda ra chi jag me sa su je la chi jag yes tanda ge de chi ma je ngwa la ya nga su kari chi go re se na nga su ge ngu chu ge ani nyam chi kha chi go tu chi go yes.
Now I want to do this problem. Let's do the B part first. It's a very tricky math question, but I think we will do it. A train is moving. I'm doing the B part, Dawa.
Okay, yeah.
Oops, am I frozen or you guys are frozen? Okay. Okay, I don't know if I was frozen for a minute or so. Yes, looks like. Okay, so the train, we will do the B part here. A train is moving at 45 kilometers per hour. How long will it take the train, not rain, but it's train, how long it will take the train to travel a distance of 20 miles?
Ta nga su ge tanda zi B di jag yes ro B di ro ta de ge min kor chi ro in chin on the train all around the ram train ba chi ro min kor chi ko ge jok se te ka so ga ne do go res na chi so re na like kilometer chi she nga do ge jok se du mi chi ga ne do yo res ro ti mai na inda do jok se chi ga ne do ba na ani min kor te jang tha ta meli re do meli mile do mile ni shu do ala ya jang tha mile ni shu do ala ya ani jin rong lo go res do ta ta yes.
So now, what is given here? The first thing we do is write down what is given. What is given here?
De la ya kutu chi wa kare re do speed and distance.
45 kilometers per hour, and distance is given to be 20 miles. What do I have to calculate?
Zi kare ja go du sa
Mile the kilometer now to pa gyur gore to.
It will come.
first we need to convert the mile into kilometer.
Yes. Or Well, they are asking how much it will travel a distance of 20 miles. So you can even convert the kilometer to miles, right? You can do either way or convert the kilometers to miles. So but first I need to ask them, what do I have to calculate?
Tandage gela sona shenga su mile the kilometer jinan kore kilometer to mile jinan kore simbana tandade khasati gi ngela ya triachi yonu de kare chigi yesena tandage jowa tigna ne ngasu ge chego ya kare chego dus kare chesho lagdu ta dena ne
time.
yeah time.
Yes, we need to calculate the time. What's the formula I will use? B is given, D is given, T we have to calculate. What formula can I use?
Tanga sula nyurse tesha yore tani di tesha yoro karsa jantha de tesha yoro ani tise ti tesho sigora tistambala de la yang atsu nyapse kari pechi tangin des
Karma jipcha.
de la yang nyapse kari pechi tangin bes someone is answering got 40 minutes but I was trying to ask him
Mike picture down, Mike.
nyapse kari pechi tangin besa
But we will wait for every other person also. So they need to calculate the time. What formula are they using? And
Payan doji.
Ani jutse de ani jotal gogudos.
jokse de
Jonda de tisel gogudos.
jantha de tisela gogorwa
what is given is the relationship.
He is saying V is equal to D divided by T.
Yes. Finally, we have the formula V equals to D over T. I need to find T. So can I write it like this?
Can't see your screen.
Oh, thanks, Pasang. I always forget to share my screen. Good. Okay, so V equals to D over T. Can I write T equals to D over V?
Right, tandanga tsugata nyamchi gela sona shin nyurse tsabai na jantha de tsu go yore se gore stanga tsu tsu ti ani jantha ti nyurse go pala shana digro wes
Digide. digide. Dinde china digi로 했어. 도봐요, 도봐. 요새 디 강다 디 투즈기 교내로 와. 아니 투즈 디 강다 디 아니 요새기 교나 찍버를 베스다 돼. 다 디기도 해야 돼.
digid.
yes
It's fine.
Fine, formula is fine. Okay. So now, but before putting these values, I need to convert. We have to have kilometers to miles or miles to kilometers. I'm going to convert kilometers to miles. Let's just say that. So 1 kilometer is how many miles? It's given, I have given in the problem. It's 0.62 miles.
tandanga tsuga tsma je ngo la kare chi gore sne tsi chipa zo go yoro chipa zo che te ani ngara imba na tandage multi per kilometer la jugins kilometer te mile jugins ta kangi jina de ko res che tu ta tanda de la nga so te kare te res ne kilometer chi la ya mile te record sub to ni res.
So that's given. 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles. I have 45 kilometer, right? What will be 45 kilometer?
Kete kilometer chi te mile record sub to ni ba na ga la ya ni se te pick up se kilometer chi shenga do ani kilometer chi shenga te mile ka so chag res.
So the formula, the easiest way, to do this kind of math calculations is cross multiplication. So we have 4 values, let's say, and this is the one we need to find, x, right? We do the cross multiplication. So a into x equals to b into c. This is the one I need to find x. B into C, when it goes on this side, it comes multiply, becomes division, so it will be divided by A. That's called cross multiplication. I learned that in India, so I'm pretty sure you guys can understand this. I don't know if they teach that in Canada or like North America.
ta de la ya ke te nga su tang ka ni du chong bi ge ne tan de no a te b tan chong se te x tan chong se ge te da ne ta yo pa na nga su ka ri chi ja go se de la ya ne ku ka su gre ta cross system ba le pan chen da pe ri ga ne se ko ra ta ji cross ji wi ga ne ni chi ja yo re ta de ka se a t tan ta nga su se te x sa go yo ro a te x ji ro ta ne b tan c ge ji ro chung go re tin system ba la ya x te ka su re se na b te c la jur ane te egg go ba da chung yo res.
So in this case, if I take ABC here, this will be my A, right? This will be my B, this will be my C, and let's say what answer I get is X. So I apply this formula, cross multiplication. Always remember, if there is multiplication on the other side of equal to sign, it becomes denominator, it becomes division, divided by. If it is division here, it becomes multiplication when it goes on the other side. So now I put this formula, x equals to b into c by a. What is b? 0.6.
ka sing su ka ri tang ge gang la te chi ko lan sha ba ba na chi ge ba na chi te ta na nga su ge 1 kilometer te a je 0.62 mile te b je 45 kilometer te sim bi wan ta nga su che go te x che go yo ne stra de ge ta nga su ge ko ka su re ta ne de ta pan che ne su ga cross chi de zi jan de ka sim ba na chi shu cha la ya jur go na chi ge na pa chu sa so go go yo res ne chi shu cha ne go go yo na pa chu sa so jur go yo res ta ta de ka se nga su de pe che tang ba ba na x ti ani che go yo ro 어디 가지고 다 강라 요쪽에 쓰되 x 티가레스나 btc 라 줄티 에라 고사게 냠치티 페이지 담데 땅 가지고 x 책이인스.
So now I'm going to just put this formula, x equals to b into c over a. So b is this 0.62 multiplied by c. C is 45 and divide by a. It's 1. What do you get here?
다 단다데 가서 가지고 쓰다는 제시나 bT 레코드 서트니 제 cd 생활이 도와 아니 at 찍으려 도와 내려도 쓰자바나 더더 가서 레기도스.
I can just leave it like that for. So these many miles. Does everyone understand this formula, how to do the conversion? It's very important. You can do any conversion with this formula.
단데 값을 제수게 지지 지우자 지고로 어디 고츠송아서 네 제수게 고츠송에서 다 제수 참하게 돼 지지 지네 젠다 지게 지우자 지고로 땡이 고고요레스.
Are they following or yes, no, maybe?
하고데
Coach Masu.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Mhm.
Instead of cross multiplication, like why can't we multiply the miles with kilometers, like directly? We get the same answer actually. Do we have to use the cross multiplication in this case?
No, you can use any formula. The idea is I want to convert the kilometers into miles. You can use any formula you want to use. But this
Yes,
is
ma'am,
the
I get that. I get that. But then, actually, so we have 1 kilometer equals 0.62 miles, right? So if we, so if you know the value of 1 kilometer, so how much it is into miles, then if we have to find 45 kilometers, then we can straight multiply by 40.
Yes,
So,
you
like,
can. I mean, like you can just multiply. Let's say I give you convert this hours or into seconds or something, it's in the denominator, right? So how will you do that? So it's just one way to do but if you're getting, you can just multiply. Let's say I want to convert this miles into kilometers. What will you do at that point? So it's the same. You can use that approach. You can just multiply it. But some people have hard time doing the conversion, right? So let's say I want to convert hours into seconds or seconds into hours. How can they do it? So this is just some easy thing that I follow. But if you're fine with the other part, no problem.
That the caps again again like so at the ko shaja jushan dig was ra kilometer te masuge the mile jury caps kilometer sila mile like what's to get the shaja jushan mile kasim batting at the leg was tandanga suge gela son we get pounded the mandana dig was chetu like the single opina roa zi jiu jaya gi the single yopa baina ne kandachina degores samsung so kilometer chitorina kilometer ti ya chitorina ta karcharina kilometer ka so dugu yemeta dron dramanda chi yongu yores wa ke ti chesu ne ko zi ju jaya la ya tab du yo pa ne chesu ge gangi du yo pa ne peche ta na di kores ya sam la ya nga su ge chi goya tin da yong ro ta da de la ya chitu chikana kilometer ka so chin re se ya goya du chitu gogu yo ro ane de ke ti karchana juru ba imbaina Tindado yang ko dot this nyokta so tindado lebaina ne tanda gela so cross multiplication se gwa tanda ko panchen ne de na direct gorwa de peche tant pa baina ne ko zela ya chi ko no chuma yo tindado res.
Unless you have, you know the numbers like this, it's okay. But let's say I want to convert 1 centimeter into meters. What will be the answer?
Any drudge tangi is or drudikar is and a centimeter chicken alaya meter katsuris, centimeter the meter katsu ton songoris.
Point 001.
Point?
0.001.
So 0.001, that's wrong, my friend, because
0.01. I mean, 0.01. Sorry.
Yes. So see, you can make really mistakes. What I teach, but you can use any method you have, any method. But what I am teaching is just the formula. Just plug in the formula. I know 1 meter is 100 centimeter, right? Or I can write 100 centimeter is 1 meter. Doesn't matter. What will be 1 centimeter? A, B, C, and I want to calculate X. Put the formula, this into this, divide by this. So 1 into 1 divided by 100. So this is just one way, because some people will have hard time doing the conversion. And this is, you can just make 0.001 or 0.01 sometimes mistakes. So this is just one way to follow. But if you can just do it, then follow whatever you guys know.
That under the capsule banner, some salayang also which cost the job just that do shoot banner notice you again and it not tanging also like for such cheap like for solid purchase but in announcing younger is that the banner chesulaya Jew Jerry capsule can get that do you not to special on the chorus that tandang in decision at this chimney the pecho town by banner. Ching Guara do Tanguno Purach, Tampoto, the Imbana, could top Tatara, the pitch also centimeter chicken meter gasores and Asukara Pures and centimeter jala meter chirua. This time a centimeter chila meter gasores, the Trote Tamba Imbana, Asu Tangin Nansing in Yamson in a shapa Imbana, X the gasores and any BTC like jut on the egg gogu or what in the sheet is still a jut deton, any jago go pana, leopards or leopards chi chagres. Study banana dus jaba Imbana for Toptante Tata, any duaraya, any co tabduaris.
So it's just one way, but you can follow whatever way you want. So let's do our problem. So these many miles are in 45 kilometers. And now I have converted into miles. So 1 hour has 45 kilometers, it says, right? Velocity is 45 kilometer per hour. What it means is in 1 hour, the distance it covers is 45 kilometer, right? So now, which is these many miles, right? Because we just converted the 45 kilometer into miles.
Da tanda de ga sanga twa kap sanga so karse kore sena chito chikana kilometer chi shenga du res kore sta tata nga sundu sta pa na chito chikana kilometer chi shenga du go pa na chito chikana tele mile ka chu du kore sena ani record sa tu ani de chi shenga ge juro atan song yo res.
So 45 kilometer per hour, can I write it now as 0.62 into 45 miles per hour? It's the same. I'm just converting the kilometers into miles.
No. Are you asking is the same or are you telling them it's same?
Oh, I'm asking, like, are they agreeing with me for this thing?
Sure. That tanda de kapsin bana ngaso ge kogen joksete ka sores na kilometer chito chikana kilometer shenga du gore se gore sta ngi de ko juja de ti ani chito chikana tele mile ka chu du gore se na mile le ko sa tgni de shenga jura dewa ta chma chi dinda chi chma chi du go yore la ge yes dinda tne digger ways chesu de kilan chi ge ways.
So now I have the velocity, I have the distance. Now I can put because it's same miles. So what is the distance? 20 miles divided by 0.62 into 45. What will be the answer? What are you
Tanda de
getting?
kapsin asula ya zishi chupa cha sa ro wa zishi de janta de mile ni stamba che ne kun jokse de chiso chikana tele mile ka chundu me de wa tin stamba la nga chiso de kanda che de sena ane janta de ane nyurse go go yo res janta ni shi che ane nyurse ka yin ba de ane lekor sa tu ni de shenga jora tan song go des tan de na si ja ba yin ba na ane chiso ka song go du sa.
0.7.
Yes. So it will be 0.71. I think it's 71 or 72. You can take two significant digits. What is the unit?
Zishiga resa lekol sa dunyi re towa peche dunchi dunyi chire sha swa de jela lekol jela ya stang cha na la stang ga ni shana de res ne de zishiga resa
Hour? Convert it
It may
into
be,
minutes. Can you convert it into minutes?
yeah, it may be a good idea to put the miles on the previous, this one, on 20 as well as, yeah.
da tanda de le chi bai na ro wa de kap si che so le de ka so ra du sa wa ane chse da lekol sa dunyi ra bar wa chse lekol sa dunyi ra ba de chse de karma la zo na karma ka so re du sa.
So does everyone get how we get hour from this equation? In the
De
new,
samala dire do ra so esa. Yes. And
okay.
for a minute, they are saying, Kasaras labor 42. 43. Why don't you multiply that into 6? Is someone saying?
Yes, everyone is getting about 43, right? So everyone is getting 43 minutes.
No, not everyone. Like someone's shouting 20 something from the
Okay.
back.
So let's do, I want to convert hours, 0.72 hours into minutes, right? What is the relationship between minutes and hours? You always have to think that. I can say, 1 घंटे में कितने minutes होते हैं? 1 hour is equal to how many minutes?
아니 같이만 추천한 가만히 바로 그 드와팅 거 보여. 아니 스카스다 추천치가나 karma 같이 요래사. 60
60 minutes. I have, sorry, I keep translating in Hindi. So I have to convert 0.72 hours. 0.72 hours. How many minutes? Let's say X. Right? Let's say this is A. Can you see the green one, Dava? If I write with green?
Not really. Better
Okay.
with the other.
Let's say this is my A. This is my B. This is C and this is X. Cross multiplication. The formula was, I'm just writing the formula.
cross multiplication this by na the kasar x the kasar is na b t c la jurti a go bata sungores
A, B, C, D cross multiply. I get B into C divided by A. So what is B here? 60 minutes multiplied by C, which is 0.72 hours, divide by A, 1 hour. 60 times 0.72.
hanta tanda de kasar nga b t kasar is na karma tishtambarwa c t kasar is na chuchola kor saden jirwa ni a t kasar is na chuchigre is that the tishtamba the kor saden la jirwa ina
How much do you get?
kasar asonsa
Exact, 43.2. Now units. This hour gets cancelled with this hour. What is there? Minutes.
that is ko shisen sani leg do sta de kapsin barang asu tsi chucho se te ko me par tang bai bana ganda won shala chi pa chan do wa tu me par tang bai na acha thama gi tsi ti ka rag de na karma rag is.
So now everyone is clear how I convert from hours to minutes?
That's tuni karma like kandas ju jameti chama la khase ucha so yes.
Somewhat okay, I guess.
Somewhat okay. Do you want me to discuss more, Pasang, or
It's difficult
what
to
question?
say.
What question do they have? I don't want to rush to other topics when you're not clear on something else, right? So let me know, like just speak up and let me know.
Let's ask them if they have some questions, like like.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
That's all.
당기 센티미터네 미터 교단스도. 교단스도. 어디 라르실라.
Can you repeat the example that you given converting from centimeter to meter?
Sure. I will erase this one and then we can do that. So I have to convert 1 centimeter is how many meter? How many meters? So do you know any relationship between centimeter and meter? You have to know something between meter and centimeter. I know that you have to remember at least one relationship. So 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter.
Centimeter meter centimeter meter you can meter centimeter
right? Now I can also write it as 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. It's the same. I'm just, swapping the sides.
Centimeter jati meter chikan songres na dikores ta de yangshi shu zuyo mares konge tege koge eita yong ki kusate ju jab sharwa
And the reason I just swap the sides is because centimeter is given. I need to find into meters. So according to our cross multiplication formula, whatever is on the right side, I will find that.
다 단다데 값에 주자군의 전세가는 인사는 가서 센티미터 치근하나야 미터 같이 요새 기저대 주거와 그 답디우나 체때 아니 주의스타 가서게 집등이 만디 값으로 크로스 멀티플리케이션 단다데 페치고 에너지 투자 가지고라 디지 값에 아니 그 최고한테 이슈 살아 샤바인바나 네 this 답디운 그리스.
So now I have to find how many meters are in 1 centimeter. So I write, okay, 100 centimeter is 1 meter. 1 centimeter will be cross multiplication again, A, B, C, and this is my X that I need to find out.
다 단다데 값에 centimeter 자티 A 바치 1 meter 티 B 바치 아니 1 centimeter 티 C B 왔다나 가서 최고한테 X 최고요레스.
So I do the cross multiplication. X will be A times X equals to B times C. Just cross multiplying, very easy. And just put the equal to sign in the middle. X is B into C. This is in multiplication. When it goes on the other side of the equal sign, it becomes divided by A.
다 단다데 값은 가지고 A 때 B 당 성구요레 C 당 X 당 성구요레스나 단다데 값은 가지고 너지 너리 주어바나 너지 바이나 A 당 X 주어바다 B 당 C 주어 성구요레스 단다데 값은 가지고 A 때 당 X 주고요로 A 때 당 X 주고요 바네 A 이 주어살아 주고요 바나 파초살아 두바이도 고고요레스 디스나발라야 X 때 B 때 C라 주르티 L 고바다 성구요레스.
So you just need to remember this formula. You will do good any conversion. So A, B, C, X I need to find. I will put this formula B into C over A, which is B is 1 meter, C is 1 centimeter, A is 100 centimeter. What will be the answer?
다 단다데 값을 제쪽에 결국 주시나 직지선 X 대 B 대 C라 줄때 A 고나 성구요레스 대 제쪽에 니샤나 아니 제라야 아니 지지된다 지줄 가르치고래 파나 답디우 쓰자크레 스탠다드 가수게 X 대 B 대 C라 줄때 A 고고요로와 아니 B 대 미터스티레스 C 대 센티미터스티레스 아니 A 대 가수레스나 센티미터 자레스 다 디레치 바이 바네 고바이나 니 토탄테 가수레스.
So now the centimeter cancels with this one, numerator and denominator. What is left is these many meters, which is
다 단다데 값은 가수게 부차도 마찬가지 샬라야 센티미터 요바티 아니 고 스멜라 당로와 메바당 아니 가수 파바데 카레스나 치티 잘레 고 아니 미터 틴다 치레스 타티 가수 양체 치프바이나 미터 레코드차 레코드 형성고요레스.
Is it clear now?
다시 우차선에 서게라.
They're sleepy.
세우차선에 당기 드랍진의 갤러지와
No one is saying anything. They're not frozen, I guess. Right?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Perfect. I will give you tomorrow some conversion to do, and you need to do the conversion. You just need to remember, just the first initial relationship. You can do any conversion.
다 상영가서 대 제출라 네 단다 지지 지주지역에 아니 능력이나도 같이 되기 인선이 제출이 지로치 수게 지시대 네 지지지 담발라야 지신이가 바로라야 대화가리 요메티지 하고서나 아니 지자가 벨리라고 요래 지출 가리 지지지고 자고요 바나 자트그레스.
Okay, so let's, I think it's almost time, or do I have time to start another slide?
We have 12 minutes.
12 minutes, okay, I can start the other one then. Or are they tired? Or they want to do more comparisons? Now tell me, I have 40 hours converted into seconds. 40 hours to second. Let's do this math. 40 hour to seconds.
That is the Jaro Jis, it's a church dance. That's the Kari Jaro Jis, and a Shijuti, Shijuti, and a Kerchala Jurbaina, Kerchakasuresa. So Shijunona, Kerchakasuresa.
So I have two questions. Convert 40 hours into seconds, which is very easy, I guess, but also convert this much seconds into days or day. I know the
That
answer.
George Tangis were 40 day Nasuge, Shiju Kerchala Jurabana Katsuresha, Swa, and Tita ko Katudo Jiktabdu Chagares, and Chisla Shendati Kartangi Sana Kercharoa, Tri Jetan Tonta Trutan Shija de, and Nimala Jurabana, Nimakatsures, Tijas Tijarojis.
Should I write the formula for their convenience or they know?
No, you can write.
Yeah.
Most of them are done. Some are still discussing.
Okay, that's good. They are doing discussions.
Yeah, for tomorrow's activity, I think 3 more questions will be done.
Which ones?
For tomorrow's 2-hour session, 3 or 4 questions can.
Sorry, which one, Pasang? I didn't understand. 3 or 4?
Yeah, more questions in tomorrow's session can be done.
Oh, yes, yes.
Questions. Yeah.
Do you want me to be in the activities? I can be, because I can explain the how to convert from activity versus time graph to velocity, and
No,
then
it's
you
fine.
can.
I can.
You can do it?
Yeah, we can do it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, if you need me, let me know. I can be available, and then I leave it up to you after explaining. Then you guys can do it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I think most of them are done now.
Okay, so let's start. How many seconds are you getting?
Kasora sonsa dela karcha kasora sonsa chino na karcha.
Chimbum shiti shitong shija. Chimbum shiti
144,000.
Yeah, so this is 144. Right? Everyone is getting this? Every group?
Yes.
How about this?
One day they are saying, many of them.
Yes. This is one day. Everyone, many or everyone?
Many are saying that.
Okay. It's already 12:30. But,
There is one question, I guess.
okay.
Second dila ngazo nimachi thia ja ke thi data di phagi chigi dotang thoni she di sonati go chuma so cross multiply.
Yeah, from second to day, want to use cross multiplication. Can you show
Yes.
the calculation?
So here, the tricky part is I know the relationship between hours and seconds, let's say, right? In 1 hour, how many seconds?
Nga dada nga su de la ya kungu nyo chi ga pate nga su ga chu chikana la ya karcha ka su yores.
Sumtong tukya
3600.
3600 seconds. I know this relation. That's very easy, right? So I can write it like 3600 seconds equals to 1 hour, right? Now, 86400 seconds. I'm doing like lengthy one. So x 86400 second. Can you apply the cross multiplication here?
Tanda de la ya nga chu chikana la ya ma karcha sun tong tija de ani chu chikan chwa re la ani tigi je la ya ani karcha karsugure jetu tikton jati ani chu ka sore se ni tan de ga na nga su de la ya newly juraj go ro te peche tan na digro es.
degrees.
Yes.
How much is the answer?
The answer is
X. We should put X.
X the answer is sonsa.
What is the value?
X chen dogro.
Yeah, they got 24 for that.
Let's do the cross multiplication. What answer are you getting for x? How many hours?
24.
24.
Yes. Okay, I can just write 24 hours. Now I know the relationship between hour and days. एक दिन में कितने घंटे होते हैं?
No, tanda nga chu nimach kana chu ka chu ba de ha ko ro.
24 घंटे होते
एक दिन में 24 घंटे तो कितने दिन हुए ये? एक दिन हो गया?
एक दिन
एक दिन. So these many seconds equals to 1 day. You can do your math and 5400 seconds into how many days you can convert it like that.
Ta tanda gi ti na shin gi tangka shin da kare te pai bai na ya shi chu ti nima ka chu do tu su jana de kores.
Okay, so I think we need to stop now. Karma is giving me messages in the chat. Okay, thank you very much. And if you have any questions, let me know. And Pasang will be teaching you an activity, how from activities versus time graph, we can convert it into velocity time graphs. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Da chi chu chua yu na ta ro chi sa ni san yin sho ba de la gen pa sang la ni ku su ge zhen zhe chi de dang a su ge karsagurata chutsugi tang do yo chuge ani thire de ani nyirsegi thuri la kana do jirgu yo me te tang do yo chuge ni chegu chidugres ani chesola ya ani to kare yo pa na ngala chila tang na dires.
Okay, good. Thank you, everyone. Tujeshe, that's how they say.
Yeah, thank you, Tuche.